Hello everyone, this is Born to Watch 723, and today we are going to discuss how to be polite in the Philippines using po and opo, kuya, ate, etc. Let's start with the polite word opo. Now, opo means yes in a polite way. You use opo with people who are older than you, with strangers, and in situations when you have to be polite, formal, or respectful. A lot of Filipinos use opo with their family members, like their mom and dad, but personally, I don't use opo with my parents because I find it hard to engage in conversations with my parents when I use opo. So I grew up using oo, just oo. It's a casual way of saying yes. I don't know why, but that's the way I was used to it, so it's not a big problem anyway. So back to opo. Opo is a very respectful word and you can use it in the sample situation. So for example, your teacher asks you, kompleto ba kayo sa klase? Which means, are you all present in class? Are you all in the classroom? And you can say, opo miss, kompleto po kami. Which means, yes miss, we are all present or all complete. Now, back to oo. Oo is a more casual way of saying yes. You can use it with your peer mates, your friends, and in situations when you don't have to be so polite and respectful. So, a sample situation would be when your classmate asks you, papasok ka ba bukas? Which means, are you going to school tomorrow? And if you're a nerd, you can say, oh, syempre, papasok ko bukas, hindi ako pwedeng umabsent. Which means, yes, of course, I'm going to school tomorrow. I'm not allowed to be absent. And on the other hand, if you're a punk who likes to play at home and not go to school, you can say, hindi ako papasok. Maglalaro lang ako sa bahay. Which means, no, I'm not going to school. I'm just going to play Warcraft or something at home. So, that's the way it works. Keep that in mind, but always remember that it is always better and safer to use opo, especially with strangers, because if you use oo with strangers, it would be a bit offensive. So keep that in mind. It's always better to use opo. Moving on, let's go to the polite suffix po. This suffix is added to the end of words or sentences to add politeness. The word or sentence would still make perfect sense if po is omitted, but it would be less polite. So, example would be, hindi po, which would mean no in a polite way. And then, next is hindi. It would still mean no, but it would be less polite. Another example would be the word ano, which means what. So if you say ano po, it could mean what did you say, and then next would be ano, which would still mean what did you say, but it would still be less polite. And then you don't actually add po after every word you say, like hello po, ako po, si po. No, it's not like that. So I provided this sample dialogue which involves Mark and his grandfather. Lolo is grandfather. Okay, keep that in mind. So Lolo says, Mark, oh, I'm sorry, there should be a bumili here. It's just a typo. So Lolo says, Mark, bumili ka nga ng tinapay dun sa tindahan. Which means, Mark, can you please buy some bread there in the store? Then Mark says, since Mark is younger than his grandfather, obviously, he uses po. So he says, sige po lolo, magkano po ba yun? Which means, sure grandpa, and how much is that? Then lolo says, 15 pesos lang, isang balot nun. Ito ang 20, sa'yo na yung sukle. Which translates into one balot is pack, so it would be One pack of bread would be 15 pesos. So, heto ang 20. Take the 20 pesos with you and you can keep the change. So, yun ang sukle. Lolo is very generous. So, if you noticed, off the lesson first, if you notice, this is 15. If you're Spanish. Now, if you're wondering why Filipinos use a lot of Spanish words in life, it's because Philippine history. Read it. Spanish invaded the Philippines long ago. So, Tagalog eventually has a lot of Spanish words in it. So, back to the lesson. Mark says, "Salamat po, Lolo. Sige po, bibili na ako." Which means, "Thank you, Grandpa. I'll be on my way. I'm gonna buy the bread." And then Lolo says, "Sige, Apo. Mag-ingat ka." So, Apo means grandchild. The Filipinos don't actually specify if it's a male or female. They don't say grandson or granddaughter. They just say grandchild. So, Apo means grandchild. That's it. So to end it, you use po and opo when you talk to someone older than you, someone you don't know, and others. To other people who you need to be respectful to, like your teacher, or if you're fortunate enough, talk to the president of the Philippines or something like that. And I'm gonna add some vocabulary to your Filipino, which also uses po and opo. So this is it. Tao po. This is said when you are knocking or somebody is knocking on someone's door or gate at the entrance of the house. Only at the entrance of the house. They say, "Tao po, tao po," so, to attract the attention of the people inside so that they will know when the people inside will know that there's someone who knocking at the gate. This is said especially when the family doesn't have a doorbell and others. So, reply to tao po would be, "Ano po yun? What is it? What do you want? What do you need?" Then you can continue to talk whatever that person's reason is coming by to your house. So next, when you want to buy something, sari-sari store, sari-sari means mixed, all mixed up. So in the Philippines, how should I explain it? In the Philippines, there are small stores everywhere. You'll see small stores everywhere. They sell all mixed goods. They don't sell one thing. They sell almost everything you can think of. So it's called sari-sari store. Literally it would be translated into mixed store. Well, anyway, people say "Pabili po" when they want to call the attention of the vendor inside the store when they're not at the counter. So that's it. Next is ate and kuya. You'd probably hear this in most Filipino teleseries, if ever there are any being aired outside of the Philippines. I don't know. Well, anyway, ate is a term used to address females with respect. Only females, okay? Ate literally means elder sister. So if your older sister's name is May, you'd have to call her Ate May. Ate May, Ate May. You'll have to call her like that. Then Kuya, on the other hand, is a term used to address males with respect. Only males. So it literally means elder brother. So if your elder brother's name is Sam, you have to call him Kuya Sam, Kuya Sam, whenever you have to get his attention. This can be used by both genders. I'm saying this because in some Asian languages like Korean, their ate is different they use different words for ate and for depending if you're a boy or a girl. So For example, kuya in Korean, if you're a girl, you'd call your kuya oppa, and if you're a boy, you'd call your kuya hyung. So it's not like that in Filipino. It can be used by both genders. Whether you're a girl or a boy, it doesn't matter. You both call your ate and kuya the same thing. So this is also used when you want to get the attention of someone you don't know. So, for example, so some college girl dropped her wallet and you saw it, and then you say you want to give it back to her. Well, if you're not that much bad of a person, so you say you don't know her name, so you say ate ate nahulog nahulog. Then she'll most probably look and then say, "Oh, maraming salamat, maraming salamat. Thank you." Filipinos never say "Hey, hoy" to a stranger. It's very un-Filipino. It's very bad. It's not nice. So you'd never hear anybody in Filipino streets saying "Hoy, hoy, hoy, hoy." No, no, it's not like that. In English, it would be perfectly okay, but in Filipino, it's just kuya and ate. Okay, next, the prefix paki. It would means please do. Don't say paki, say paki. A lot of Filipino words follow this rule. Proper pronunciation is a must. Paki doesn't actually mean anything, but it would be strange if you say paki. So you just say paki. So an example usage of this word is prefix. Prefix is sara. Sara means close. Again, don't say Sara, because if you say Sara, it would probably mean a name or something. Say Sara, Sara. Then, if you add the prefix pakisara, which means please close it. So, close the door. Pakisara ang pinto. Please close the door. Pakisara ang lalagyan. Please close the container, and etc. Next, sindi. Turn on. Pakisindi, please turn it on. So, pakisindi yung ilaw, please turn on the light. Pakisindi yung TV, please turn on the television, and others. Next, hanap means find. Add the prefix pakihanap, please find. Pakihanap yung susi ng kotse, please find the car keys. Pakihanap yung susi ng pinto, please find the keys to the main door or the door. Pakihanap yung wallet ko. That would mean, please find my wallet. Pakihanap ang aking pitaka. Pitaka is the Filipino of wallet. Pakihanap yung brief ko. Find my underwear or something. Nah, just kidding. Okay, that's all for today. Maraming salamat po sa pagnonood. Thank you for watching. Paki-like, mag-subscribe, at mag-iwan ng comment. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Feel free to ask me any questions or send me a message. Paalam, goodbye.